This is your sky watching guide for November of 2022. It's an ancient practice. It roots us back to the old days where there was nothing else to look at night but the lights in the sky. I really encourage you to go out and do that, and this is a guide to tell you what's going on in the sky for the whole month of November. Not only do we have an incredible total eclipse of the moon, but we also have meteor showers and we have opportunities to see the visible planets. So starting on November 1st, Venus has been cazimi with the sun. It's been in the beams of the sun. So on November 1st, Venus finally starts to pull away from the sun and she's visible again. If you have binoculars, you can see it. It's just on the western horizon right after the sun sets. I'll show you what that looks like in a chart. You can see the ascendant, the ASC, and the DSC, those two dark black bold lines. That represents the horizon. The sun is just under that black line, which means the sun is going under the horizon. So we don't see the sun anymore, and Venus is just a little bit above, only 3 degrees above, but that makes it visible for us to see as the evening star. All right, next up is November 4th, where we can see Jupiter and the moon. Now, this is going to be a waxing gibbous moon. Above it is going to be Jupiter. Jupiter is still very, very bright. Throughout the month of November, it's going to be getting less and less bright, fainter and smaller, but we still have this Jupiter that's a powerhouse. It's so cool to see. When you see Jupiter and the moon together in the sky, that's how it correlates in a chart, that they literally are together in the chart as well. From November 5th to November 12th, there is the Torrid. Ooh, that sounds fancy. There's some slower meteors, and then there's some fireballs that are coming through, and they're going to be coming from the area where the Pleiades is. So the moon is within a few days of being full during this time, so it's a little harder to see the meteors when the moon is getting full. The moon just brightens up the sky, and it's harder to see the meteors. On November 6th,
Gosh, why?
On November 6th, we have daylight savings again for most places. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, we got to the main event of this first part of November. The main event for sure is the full beaver moon and a total lunar eclipse. It's observable for people west of the Mississippi, including Hawaiian Islands, Eastern Asia, Indonesia, New Zealand, and the eastern half of Australia. So a lot of people are going to be able to see this. This is a really long eclipse, so the totality is unusually long for the eclipse to be going. It lasts 85 minutes. You can't see it, but Uranus is there too, linking up with this eclipse. And we also have Mercury in a superior conjunction, which is the cazimi. So Mercury is literally conjoined with the sun, while the sun and the moon are going through this eclipse cycle together. Mercury, the sun, the moon, and Earth are aligned, and also Uranus, but we can't see it. On November 10th, we get a waning gibbous moon and Mars. Mars is going to be right to the moon's lower left. You'll be able to find it very easily because it'll be near the moon. And it's very brilliant, it's very bright. It comes into view very clearly after dusk. Mars is going through a retrograde, and it literally is going through a retrograde in the sky. So it's performing this loop. It's a slow back and forth. It's going around Zeta, Tauri, and El Nath. These are stars, and it's going to be the tip of the horns of Taurus. Mars is coming into an approach with Earth, so Mars is getting brighter and brighter, and over the course of November, it'll become 6 million miles closer to Earth, from 57 million miles away to 51 million miles away, but it does make it a lot brighter in magnitude and sharpness, easier to see. Yeah, Mars will be brighter than Aldebaran and the Pleiades. Mars has got some stuff going on for sure. The second meteor shower of November is November 18th and 19th. That's the Leonid meteor shower, and that's peaking in the overnight hours. They're really, really fast meteors, and they appear to come from the sickle of Leo. So if you can find the Leo constellation around midnight of your local time and look high into the southeast, that's going to be where you're going to see a lot of meteors, falling stars. So every 33 years, it gets even brighter. So 1799, 1833, 1966, 1999, and 2001, the Leonid meteor shower was really bright and fabulous. And so people are really looking forward to the next big one, which would be in 2034. On November 23rd, we get the new moon in Sagittarius, and Jupiter does go direct. Jupiter will still be very visible. It won't be looking like it's going backwards anymore. It'll start looking like it's going forwards in the sky. And on November 28th, It's Saturn and the crescent moon. Oh, gosh, so beautiful. It's a 5-day-old crescent moon, and right in the 7 degrees below on the lower right is going to be Saturn. And if you have a telescope, you'll be able, or even really good binoculars you can try, you can probably be able to see Saturn's rings tilted near the maximum for this year. Then on November 30th, during the first quarter moon, this is a little bit of a challenge. Scan very low near the southwest horizon and you can catch a glimpse of Venus. Then 5 degrees to the left of the planet, you can also pick out Mercury. Mercury is so fun to see. It's just hard to find, it's hard to catch. It'll be a fleeting moment. Super Mercury. I hope you have a wonderful November. I did a November month ahead astrology. It's the broad strokes. It's an interesting month, and I'll put that right here if you want to look at that. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.